can. They go down, but they can't go up. So this is the elected town official salaries as they will be in 2014. They were published in our official paper, the Sullivan County Democrat. The town, the village has special rules as far as what they have to do with their budget, and they are laid out here on the last page of the budget. Most of the reason why there is a change, why we have an A fund, a B fund, a DA fund, a DB fund, is because the services that are being offered in our B and DB fund are duplicated in the village. So that's explained here. If anybody wants the municipal laws, it has a book full of them. That is your budget, gentlemen.
Thanks, well, since you have answered mine probably twice already, I don't have any further questions because we've gone over it line by line and made the changes that were necessary. Again, as I stated before, to accommodate the increase in the retirement. But I think it's a very good, respectful, and responsible budget for what we're faced with increase in costs, and trying to keep it as less painful for all of us as possible. So
I do have to mention one more thing, Tom. I did file the tax cap form on November 4th. We are under the 2% tax cap, by a heck of a lot. And the budget that I have presented tonight with the changes will result in a decrease in the tax rate of 0.98%, just under 1.
that's always good, most of the time. So I'd open it up to the council members if you have anything that you've been thinking about or that we haven't discussed already before regarding the 2014 budget.
No, I'd just like to thank Joanne, for everything she's done. Keep us in line and a little better than that. If we don't have it, we don't spend it, right?
That's right.
Thank you.
Chris, I don't know if you have anything you wanted to weigh in on that. Your budget's a big part of this, and I appreciate what.
No, I mean, we've been pretty consistent. I mean, from what the orders, even the outside people looking in have said. But you can never have enough in the paving line. But other than that, everything else has been running pretty consistent, and we've been able to, we're staying right with it. So other than that, there's only one that we always never have enough money for, but we're doing good. And it was nice to have extra money from CHIPS last year. Hoping that'll come through again from the state. So if that becomes an annual thing with the extra money in there, that would be nice too. So cross your fingers.
I think and again, due to good budgeting and your hard work, I know we were able to pave an additional couple of miles this year from what we normally do, and a little bit of alternative paving styles as well to try to increase the amount of mileage to help make our roads a little better. We have another bridge I know we're budgeting for over in Buck Brook that we're going to have to do repair. We did one in Callicoon Center that we had to fund. It was not a county bridge. Anything over 20 feet, I believe, is county responsibility to repair or replace. These were just under the 20 feet, so there's 3 of them. There's one that we did on Callicoon Center on Anawana Lake Road, and the one on Buck Brook will be done this coming year, and one on Earl Myers maybe a year or 2 to follow. It's a little better.
Yeah, we did a repair on the Buck Brook one, but just to hold it together for this year, hopefully. And
our equipment's good. I know we've been, we've had and that isn't just this board, it's prior boards and supervisors before us that have implemented a really smart plan for purchasing and replacing equipment, and I'd like to think that our equipment is really in very good shape for the most part. You know, we haven't always bought new, we've made that well known. We've tried to find some good used equipment over the years and trucks and able to save substantially by doing that. And I think that's a wise thing to do. We'll continue to look at that. There's some things Joanne mentioned about the large four-wheel drive. That's one thing that we probably would not be able to purchase used. That's something that, and it is a huge cost. 1 or 2 years ago was $210,000. So in another 2 years, you know, I would expect to be $250 for sure.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that's probably the way it's gonna, you know, but I don't think it's a bad idea to buy that new, being at, the one that we replaced was in 1991, so you're talking about 91 to 2011, so if you split it up over 20 years, it was really, I think we got our money's worth out of it for sure, and, but if we find that the newer ones, with emissions or you know, materials used now that aren't, if they're not gonna make it that long, then we'll have to adjust accordingly, but, if you get 20 years out of a $200,000 piece of equipment, then you can't really complain about it. I mean, it hurts, but we'll see.
I'd just like to thank you guys, with Joanne, for the hard work you guys done. And I know you guys always keep us informed, and it starts right after this meeting for next year, I know that. So I appreciate that.
We will have a public hearing to follow. It'll start at 7:15, and we'll take comments at that point on the budget only. And then our regular meeting will start at the usual time at 7:30. So I guess if, is it 7:14? Oh, we're right about on time. Okay. I was looking at that one up there, it's a little slow. So, yeah, I think I need that. Well, if you have, Janet, do you have the advertisement for the public hearing? Do you want to read that, and then we'll get right into it?
Okay. Legal notice, Town of Callicoon. Notice of public hearing on the 2014 preliminary budget for the Town of Callicoon. Notice is hereby given that the preliminary budget for the Town of Callicoon for the fiscal year beginning January 1st, 2014, including general town funds, highway funds, fire protection, district funds, and light district funds, has been completed and filed in the office of the town clerk of the Town of Callicoon, 19 Legion Street, Jeffersonville, New York, where it is available for inspection by any interested person during the regular office hours, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. The town board of the Town of Callicoon shall hold the public hearing on said preliminary budget on November 11, 2013, at 7:15 p.m., showing such changes, alterations, and revisions as shall has been made therein by the town board of the Town of Callicoon. At such hearing, any person may be heard in favor or against the preliminary budget as been filed for, or against any item or items therein contained. Pursuant to section 108 of the town law, the proposed salaries of the following town officers are hereby specified as follows. Supervisor, $26,356.98. Town clerk, tax collector, $42,927.82. Justice 1, $13,225.56. Justice 1, $13,225.56. Councilman 1, $4,052.28. Councilman 1, $4,052.28. Councilman 1, $4,052.28. Councilman 1, $4,052.28. Highway Superintendent, $50,799.06. By order of the town board, Chappaqua, Town Clerk, Town of Callicoon.
Thanks, Janet. We need a motion to open the public hearing.
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Okay. All right, now if anyone has comment they would like to share with us on this budget, it's time to do that. Yes, Mr.
Tom, I was just interested in your sources of revenue and whether and how they've changed over the last decade. You're probably familiar that in the school district over the last 10 years, state aid has declined as a percentage of the total revenue pretty significantly, throwing more and more of a burden on the local tax collection. Has the same kind of thing happened to our town and to other towns across the state?
Absolutely. There was one line item there, I think it's 15 or 12,000 as a state aid, and that's as well, we could go back 10 years and I would
We would
say
see that same pattern then.
very much so, yeah. Same way with our mortgage tax, you know, which is, in one way it's good for new homeowners and stuff, able to purchase a mortgage at a very cheap rate.
Sure.
But, so it all comes back and, yeah, that's dropped tremendously from
Mhm.
probably $125,000, $150,000 revenue source to what it is today and you know, fraction of it.
Yeah,
So that hurts,
I'll bet.
so.
The other thing you spoke about just a minute ago, about the pavement, the amount of money that's gone towards pavement over the last 10 years. If we were to look at that, would we see a pattern there? Are we finding that we can't take as good care of our roads as we used to, or not?
Well, I think the care of the road, and Chris could certainly speak to this more, is the problem we have with that is a cost, and correct me if I'm wrong, both of you, is it's about $110,000 per mile for a hot mix asphalt. So with 82 miles of road
Yeah.
and 15-year lifespan at best, we should be paving a whole lot more. This year we did 4.2,
About 4.5,
4.5.
and sealed a couple extra.
So Chris has done a great job, and again, that's why I said about the alternative, that he's done a little bit, he can explain to you more. We're able to stretch our dollars a little bit and get more roads paved, but not all the hot mix asphalt, which, you know, has the greatest shelf life, if you will.
Sure.
But, yeah, certainly we try and do that. A lot of the culverts that have to be replaced, you know, now we're doing them all with plastic poly that will last pretty much indefinitely.
Mhm.
A lot of the ones that we've been replacing are galvanized or steel that are rotted out. So once they're all replaced with plastic, which you're getting a pretty good share of them done now. But, you know, you take, what was that 4-foot culvert, what'd that cost per foot?
Yeah.
$100 and some a foot for, you know, 4 foot. So again, trying to say we're taking as good a care, I would say we definitely are taking as good a care, just that we should be trying to get more miles done per year. And they've been able to do it, but we would certainly like to see, you know, if you could do 8 to 10 miles out of 82
Sure.
would be,
Yeah. Finally,
Yeah.
again, sort of on a sense of how the budget has changed, would you find that over the last 10 years, salaries and benefits have taken a larger percentage of the total budget or not?
benefits, because we've enacted a few things with employees having to pay share of benefits, which they never did before. Switching health insurance obviously saved us, the provider saved us a lot of money, but I don't have to tell anybody in this room what health insurance has done over the years. But we've been trying to find alternative means of still giving our employees what they're entitled to, but trying to keep our costs down. And again, with a insurance buyout that we enacted a couple of years ago for employee that may have a spouse that has another source of health insurance, be able to opt out of it.
Right.
At something that's very cost savings to the town and the residents. So that's how we've been trying to deal with that.
Sure, but do you have a sense of whether or not that would be true, that as a percentage of the total budget, salaries and benefits was a smaller figure 10 years ago than it is now, or approximately the same, or larger? And again,
I would dare say,
approximately the same?
Not significantly.
not, yeah, I wouldn't
Okay.
say it was any significant
Okay.
difference.
Other than the workman's comp and the hospitalization, have taken major increases.
Sure.
Anybody else have anything on the budget? Hey, Jeannie. Well, that's good. I'm glad anything, you know, I think it's, again, a realistic and, you know, even if you look back over the last 20-some years or so, our increases have been very, very steady and low. I mean, there was a few years it spiked, and actually we had a large decrease the one year, but we've been trying to keep it as even as we can to, again, keep it down for all of us. So, but in saying with that, you know, having to keep up with maintenance on buildings and, you know, again, the equipment, the increase in the fuel over the last 5 to 8 years has been so significant, and there isn't anything that isn't either trucked or made that has fuel in it, and you know, unfortunately, everything goes up with that. So,
Have the towns, and you belong to an association of towns, you meet with other town leaders, I know. Have they thought about consolidating services? Again, I think of the school district. You may remember 5 or 6 years ago, we established a central business office, which I know has saved the county and the 8 districts over $1.5 million. Have you thought of those kinds of things?
well, we've done more than think about, and we have done that. And again, mainly our highway. You know, we joined our tax collector with the town clerk a year or so ago to consolidation of services. Our town highways work very much together, especially the neighboring ones. They're always helping each other, sending trucks and men, equipment to try and help out. And I think that's a necessity. There are intermunicipal agreements that we have in place.
And I think you know that the state legislature has passed laws just this past year really enabling greater sharing of services among municipalities.
Yeah, again, I think that's been done for ages. You know, 20 years ago, the highways have worked together, and, you know, we went from a highway department with 14 employees, same amount of roads, we're down to 8. So, yeah, consolidate, we've done quite a lot of that. Yep, if there's no other comment?
Make a motion, we close the public hearing.
Okay, second? We got a second by Howard, all in favor? Aye. Okay, thank you everyone for your comments. Few minutes, we'll start over again. Very special holiday today. Veterans Day, I think, is one of the most special that this country celebrates, and in honor of that and recognition of that, we did invite a few of our veterans. And I didn't mean to leave anybody out, anybody, believe me, but I would like anyone in the audience that has served this country, please stand up so we can recognize you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your service. It's a grateful nation and a grateful township. And if you would do us the pleasure, would you all lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I had a short meeting last week with John Crotty, as you all know, is the director of our Veteran Service Agency in the county. And John told me in Sullivan County alone, there's over 7,000 veterans. And in a population of about 75,000, that's almost 10% of our county population are veterans. That doesn't include their family members. So it's a huge number, and we all owe them a huge debt of gratitude. So again, thank you. Okay, so we'll get on with our meeting for November. Have a motion to accept the minutes of the October 8th regular town board meeting.
Motion.
Motion by Dave, second.
Second.
Scott, all in favor? Okay. monthly statement of the supervisor for the month of October 2013. The General A fund had a beginning balance of $67,617.38. Total received was $5,133.82. Total dispersed was $55,842.24, leaving an ending balance of $16,908.96. The savings of the General A is at $339,590.59. General B had a beginning balance of $1,412. Total received $8,597.03. Total dispersed was $5,835.29, leaving an ending balance of $4,161.86. And the savings for the General B is at $59,222.21. The Highway DB had a beginning balance of $243,231.08. Total received was $18.03. Total dispersed $83,881.93, leaving an ending balance of $159,367.18. The savings for the Highway DB, $50,334.19. The Highway DA had a beginning balance of $3,867.47. Total received was $150,501.68. Total dispersed was $139,744.75, leaving an ending balance of $14,624.40. The savings for the Highway DA is at $428,052.89. Youngsville Water District had a beginning balance $4,624.76. Total received $33,921.34. Total dispersed $28,135.22, leaving ending balance $10,410.88. Savings for the Youngsville Water District $11,405.89. Motion to accept supervisor report is read.
Make that motion.
Charlie in a second.
Second.
Howard, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Janet, the town clerk and code enforcement officer report, please.
Okay, I paid $3,249.60 to the town. I paid $4,903.40 to the DEC. And I paid $12 to New York State Animal Population Control for a total of $8,165. And I collected $2,605 from the code enforcement officer.
Okay. Motion to accept town clerk and code enforcement officer report is read.
Motion.
Dave, second.
Second.
Scott, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Janet, if you would audit the bills, please.
My General A vouchers number 300 to 321, $58,565.92. General B vouchers number 38 to 41, $7,401.31. Highway DA vouchers number 109 to 119, $71,819.09. Highway DB vouchers number 38 to 40, $38,781.19. And the Water District vouchers number 38 to 43, $13,622.89.
Motion to pay the bills.
Motion.
Howard, second.
Second.
Charlie, all in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you. The warrants, October payroll check number 21340 to number 21353, and the direct deposits in the amount of $33,439.37. A motion?
Make
Motion.
that motion.
Charlie, and second by Dave.
Yes, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Trust and agency check number 4935 to number 4943, and the electronic transfers in the amount of $89,268.39. A motion?
Motion.
Scott?
Second.
Howard, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Chris, highway superintendent report?
Things are going through pretty well. We've had a nice quiet fall so far, so we did get a lot of culverts and stuff changed, like you mentioned. We actually had a couple of big ones go bad at the end of the year here, so it was nice having dry weather, and been cutting brush, and on the rain days we've been putting the trucks together, so everything's basically ready. I was waiting for one drive shaft, but that actually came today. I just put it inside on the way here, so we should be set. We'll probably be out tomorrow morning. So, and that's about it.
Truck's loaded.
Yeah, no.
Okay, anything for Chris? Good, thanks, Chris. Kevin, our highway, or our code enforcement report, please.
Our busiest month so far this year. Couple, big, addition projects, new house, quite a few roofs. It's busy.
Good, that's good to hear. Different time of year, it'd be busy, but that's what we'll take. Greg, you got anything?
No, it's busy all over. The whole western end is busy right now.
Our situation in Youngsville, know anything different on it? Junkyard.
It's going to court again this month. He exceeded the deadline, so fines are pending.
The judge imposed a fine, $5,000 fine. We'll have to take enforcement proceedings, and if the rest of it's not, the judge gave him till the end of this month to clean everything else up. And if it's not, we'll bring another proceeding against him.
Is he making any progress?
Yeah, about 50%. Well, of the cars, there's still a lot of junk, but yes, there is progress.
Okay, I know you'll stay on that, and hopefully, you'll comply. Okay, okay, thanks, Kevin and Greg. All right, at this time, we'll open the floor up for comment on agenda items only. If you have anything on our agenda items, now's the time to bring that up. If not, we'll move right into those agenda items. They're pretty cut and dry, so, okay. First item of business I would like to do, we just went through election cycles, so I'd just like to congratulate the candidates on their re-election. I think it was a well, hard-fought election campaign, and I'd just like to congratulate everyone. Okay, I think before we adopt, the first one on our list of agenda items is to adopt the 2014 budget. So before we do that, Joanne, we do have to have a request for a couple of budget transfers, actually from the 2013 budget. It really doesn't affect the 2014, but pretty normal. We do this the end of the year, so we're going to need this in a form of a motion, but we need to transfer from the contingency fund of General A, $6,000 to the line item is A-1670.4, and that's the printing and mailing line. We did order a new copier for the office here, and again, the cost of everything else has gone up, so we need a motion to transfer that from A-1990.4, $6,000.
Make that motion.
Motion's by Dave.
Second.
And by Howard, a second. All in favor? Any questions on that?
Aye.
All in favor? Okay. Okay, we need to transfer also from the contingency, the $1,270 to traffic control line, covered excess costs of some signage. I know we had to replace quite a few signs, I guess, so we were a little bit over. So $1,270 to the traffic control line of A-3310.4.
Make that motion.
Motion by Charlie, second.
Second.
By Scott. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And from the General A, the contingency also, $2,500 to the park line, A-7110.4, and that will cover the work that we talked about to finish up the work at the pavilion in the kitchen area. So $2,500 from contingency to the park line.
Motion.
Howard, second.
Second.
Charlie's first one. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, in the highway DA, the equipment reserve to the equipment DA dash 5130.2, $80,000, and this was again for the partial coverage of the cost of the used grade oil that we purchased for $120,000, but we're moving $80,000 from the equipment reserve to the equipment DA, $80,000. I need a motion
Make that motion.
and a second.
Second.
Well, that's pretty close. Do that again. Second,
Go to the video, please. Second.
Howard. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you, guys. Okay, I believe that's it on those 2013 budget transfers. Okay. Now, with those out of our way, with the workshop out of the way and the public hearing addressing comments from the public, one last time, is there any questions or discussion for the budget? And if not,
No, good with
okay?
Yep.
Charlie?
No, it's fine.
All right, so we need a motion to accept the 2014 budget as is, with the agreed upon changes that we did before when we went through.
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion by Dave and a second by Howard.
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right, thank you for that. Couple of resolutions are pretty simple. We do these annually for the unpaid, unmetered water rents in the Youngsville Water District. I need a motion for that resolution to re-levy these unmetered rates. If we want, we can read them, they're very short. And I'm sorry?
I didn't have the amount, I did that.
Okay, we need to put the amounts in there as well. I have them if you don't.
Which one is that?
This is the unmetered. This is for the assessment, $100.
It's the unmetered.
Yes.
$2,375.
Thank you, guys.
The metered, and $6,838.18.
Okay, again, these are simply to re-levy on the tax bills. These are unpaid from the Youngsville Water District. So on a motion by Councilman Blank and second by Councilman Blank to approve placing the attached unpaid meter 2012 water rents to be re-levied onto the 2014. All in favor? Aye. Okay, I have a resolution. We have the snow and ice contract that we enter into with the county for the roads that we maintain, county roads that run through our town that we maintain. Bear with me. Okay, 2012, 2015 snow and ice contract is currently in effect, has a yearly rate change built in based on what the County Division of Public Works was paid by the state of New York for snow and ice control on state highways the previous contract year. Thus, the County of Sullivan will pay the rate of $5,496.66 for two-lane roads, and we don't have any three lanes, but they pay $8,244.99 for three-lane roads for 2013, 2014 contract year. So in here, we have the contract with the resolution to approve that. So again, it's the amount of $5,496.66 for two-lane roads, and I just need a motion on that.
Motion.
Howard?
Yep.
Second?
Second.
Scott? Sorry, I can't hear you.
Second.
I'm sorry. All in favor?
Just their resolution has, looks like everyone voted, just take a
I'm sorry, you're right.
roll vote, so,
Okay.
and so you can just check it off and send it back to the county.
Okay, that's right. Supervisor, aye. Councilman Keebler?
Aye.
Aye. Councilman Gable?
Aye.
Aye. Fuchs?
Aye.
And Schott?
Aye.
Okay. All ayes. Okay. So that's done. Everybody good on that? No questions? Okay, Chris, we're good on that?
Yeah, we're good. I mean, they did some work, at least on the Gulf Road and a couple of them that we have, you know. Yeah, so hopefully we can use a little bit less material on it this year. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, number 6 on our list was just an update for those of you that weren't aware. We did have an emergency repair at the Youngsville Water District at the building that houses the water filtration plant. And we did rebuild it in its entirety. And it was finished about 2 weeks ago. Came out, I think, better than expected, actually. It's a nice, very efficient building, and it's gonna probably save us a little money in heating it and probably electricity costs too, so we were glad to be able to do that instead of patching it up once again. That's located up on the end of, past the Green Hill Cemetery, but it's pictures of it, if anybody cares to see it, but it's done, it's completed. Okay, what I have also here, in the meantime, we did do some excavating that we talked about behind this building to try and help with the drainage around the building. The excavation was completed last weekend, and when we got the fill back away from the building, we did find some repairs necessary to the back corner of this building as well. It's just old, it's rotten, and it needs to be repaired. We have actually a proposal here, it was just dropped off earlier this evening. And one is to seal the chimney. We had a slight leak around the chimney, but remove and dispose of the rotten material, replace the sill plates with pressure-treated lumber, fix and/or replace the damaged studs, and replace the 3/4-inch siding boards, insulation to be added where needed. Any unforeseen rot damage will be repaired at an extra expense of $40 per hour plus the cost of material. This is from Brett Urban Contracting. It's actually the same company that just completed the building at the Waterworks. And I would deem this, because of the weather coming on, a bit of an emergency to get it done. It's under our procurement fund, or policy anyway. The total of this would be $1,488. Again, if there is an added expense, it'd be $40 per hour additional. He did look at it pretty closely, pulled more of the siding off. He thought it wasn't as bad as maybe we originally thought, but I'd like to get that done before we get into the dead of winter, if you will. So he said he'd be able to do it probably within a week's time. He'd get right here and get it done, so.
Sounds good to me.
All right, so I need a motion. You all right or not?
Yeah,
Okay,
we need
again,
to get
it's-
it fixed immediately.
Kevin, do you have any questions? You looked at that at all?
No.
Okay, all right. So $1,488 with the possibility of an additional $40 per hour charge. You okay?
Yep.
Motion?
Motion.
Charlie, and a second by Howard?
Yeah.
Okay,
All in favor?
right?
Aye. Aye.
All right, all in favor, right? I'm sorry. Thanks, Dave. Okay. Board have anything further they'd like to bring up? I believe I'm out of items.
That's good.
You have anything further? Charlie, we're good? Okay.
Good, thanks.
All right, we'll open it up again to public comment. And, thanks for the good turnout here. A lot of people here tonight. That's good. Oh, come on. No comment. Okay. I am. Okay. Well, if there's no comment, we appreciate everyone coming. Enjoy the holidays, hunting season, whatever else, and we'll be back here in December. Thank you all for coming. Dave. Yeah. Howard and Dave, I heard them 1 out of 8 here. Thank you, everybody.